Welcome everyone, I am Tim and this is the controller. Thanks for clicking on Fallout 4, You Only Live Once, where we are here in Diamond City where we had just completed a lot of different quests for them. Kind of got our first interaction with a potential synth, and we did the story of the century, we brought the drugs to Solomon, gave Nuka-Cola to Sheffield, helped Shang out at the water treatment plant, and all of that good stuff. Now, we didn't bring the bloatfly gland to the science center yet or talk to Nick Valentine's office with Ellie in there, but we did talk to Abbott at the wall. And today we need to make a little bit of improvement to our loadout. We are currently at level 20 and we only have 2 functional legendary pieces on our body right now with not having any decent legendary weapons. So we have the cunning raider chest piece and we have the powered raider armor as well. I believe that is on my arm, maybe leg, one of those. So those are decent armor legendary effects, but we do need a lot more, and we're going to need to really get those going before we can really proceed down the main quest line. As we get back to Hangman's Alley, looks like our travelers have arrived. Sheffield is over here. I see Sturgis and Preston Garvey. So things are looking good. We can get all of their junk into our workbench and honestly, hopefully get into a little bit better shape. Drink up. We can also do a lot of cooking and all of that. However, at the end of the last part, did leave off a little bit of a cliffhanger deciding what exactly we want to do for our next level up. And after consideration between armor rank 2 and gun nut rank 2, I think we will in fact do gun nut rank 2. The reason for this is we can work on our weapons right here in Hangman's Alley. And we just picked up that short combat rifle, which does base damage of 76 at our current adrenaline versus 39 for the suppressed powerful pistol, which we could bring that up to advanced if we want. But first things first, for the short combat rifle, with gun nut rank 2, we can bring that up to the powerful receiver, doing a very, very respectable 113 ballistic damage. Now we do need the aluminum, so hopefully one of our settlers will be carrying that over from not from Hangman's Alley, from Sanctuary up top, so we can get this gun fully situated. But there you can just see that that is going to be a massive, massive boost from what we are currently doing. We do have the suppressed 50 cal, which will be our primary sniping weapon.
Keep a sharp eye out.
136 damage. Very, very good. Short combat rifle, get it up into the low 100s. Also be good at a faster fire rate. That will work really well for closer range combat and just getting a lot more shots off in VATS. The suppressed 10mm we can probably end up leaving at base, but at this point, hopefully we can just collect everything we need to do, dump it in the workshop over here. We'll store our junk here. And there we have 70 spare capacity. We can start loading ourselves up from Sturgis and Preston. And I think I sent Codsworth down here too, which I don't happen to see him yet. And hopefully he shows up soon. Otherwise, we might be running a little low on the old resources. Well, Codsworth has decided to not grace us with his presence. Did ring a bell,
Nuka-Cola's the only thing
get that built,
wakes me up.
and
Otherwise, it's all
periodically
What's up?
walking around the workshop, I can hear Codsworth
Keep a
talk
sharp eye out. Good place
that,
to
you know, this place is still largely standing. So, not sure if he's decided to, yeah, there he is, get stuck in a wall, or if he happens to be on the back side and he can't path his way back over to us.
Thank you.
So,
It's like I can finally
of
think
course, he
straight.
is the one that is carrying all the aluminum. Sturgis and Preston just had the good old steel and wood. So, That is quite unfortunate. And we are actually going to have to get this place set up a little bit better, as we don't have food, we don't have beds for these settlers. And one of the main things we're going to want to do is start setting up a little bit of a farm. Build, I mean, can only make one corn, but if we just start building that maybe on the outskirts over here, we can start getting an adhesive farm going, perhaps, with the mute fruit and the corn and the potatoes. We'll just start building all of these. We'll definitely want them. Razor grain for noodle cups is going to be really good. And potato plant, there we go. Start just slapping these all in here. And once we get those, that'll actually clear out a little bit of our weight on the old inventory as well. So there we go. Looks good. That's all we can do for building. So now we have the proper amount of food. Once we decide to, let's say, get Sturgis to do a little bit of farming, and we'll get Sheffield to do farming, because I do feel as though Preston just likes to roam around. We'll let him do some roaming, but definitely need 2 guys to get our food. Now this place might become under attack because between our water and food, we have a lot more just resources that raiders and different things might want to try to take. So
I'm on it, General.
we will just assign, I guess, Preston to be a little bit of a lookout. 2 defense, not enough, but it will have to be good enough for now. We do have at least the people to be a little bit of a militia army. Oh, yeah, we'll leave the cook station there. What I want to do is cook up all that food food we just got. Got a blood bug steak. Once again, past the squirrel bits. Won't do those, but we do have iguana bits. That is good eating. Ribeye steak, yes. And yeah, we'll bypass squirrel on a stick too. Ideally, you know, once we start getting that razor grain growing, we'll be able to make noodle cups with just a little dirty water and the razor grain. Same thing with squirrel stew. If we can start doing that, getting that 2% XP gain, we're really not that far off of that. Just need to find some carrots in order to get that going. But we are hungry. May as well just go ahead and eat up some of that lovely blood bug steak that we just cooked up. Unfortunately, we still have parasites, insomnia, weakness, the massive downside of swimming to go get the luck bobblehead last episode. Really kind of hurting us on the old food. So we do have plenty of grilled rad steak, and that iguana on a stick is good eating, as we had said before. However, just eat a Mirelurk steak and we are good to go. So now we can properly sleep, as we are overtired. We are going to be giving up 45% adrenaline, but I don't think that's going to really affect us all that much, as I have a good plan going forward to where we can gain some of that experience back. And we are well rested, a little thirsty, no big deal. Unfortunately, it looks as though Codsworth has not come back. Try the bell once again. And, oh, man.
It's pretty impressive.
Codsworth, you are really letting me down right now. So what can we do on our weapon currently? So we can't improve it up to the powerful receiver, which, after losing all that adrenaline, does drop it down to 78. We could go over to hardened. That wouldn't be a bad option. Still do a good amount of damage. And from 52, yeah, go on. We got some screws, which I think Codsworth is carrying around most of those too. So we'll do that. And we'll throw on our reflex sight. Get a little bit better aiming ability. And let's improve our barrel to maybe short light. Drop that
Good place for an
wait a little bit. We can't go to long light. 119 for range. That'll be primarily an inside gun. That should work pretty good. Stock, be fine. We'll keep it light. Standard magazine is going to have to do the job. And unfortunately, the suppressor doesn't come available till gun nut rank 4. So we are a long way off from that. But up to 65 damage. That's not the worst thing in the world when considering, yeah, the pistol is now doing a paltry 27. And our sniper rifle is still doing a respectable 94, close to 100. Not too shabby. Hopefully the next time we come around, Codsworth happens to be around and we can lug all of his stuff over to the workstation. But we're not going to wait around for him. We are going to press on, and as said earlier, we definitely need to make sure that we start getting some legendaries. So a couple areas that I think, okay, just a guard, that's good, is we just keep heading a little bit further south. Just south of Diamond City, there are going to be a few dogs, and although they are tough, there's always going to be an alpha in there. There's a chance that one will be a legendary, which that will be good indeed. But that's what we will go to first, and yeah, these are going to be relatively safe to deal with because we have this lovely guard that's walking this way. We can just drop back a good chunk here, hop up on the truck,
just follow the signs,
and should be pretty safe from the dogs, which are going to be coming right on out through there. Once he walks, if he walks far enough, another guard up there that we might be able to get involved. And we also have the turret. Are you doing drugs on the job? I think he is. Okay, let's do a missed, but that did get the attention. We'll just drop off onto the back of this truck. In caution. They're running around. Okay, we got a vicious mongrel. 50-50. We'll take a couple shots. Sure. Maybe it'll go through this time. Nope, no luck there. And at this point is the time where we're going to want to go over to the hardened combat rifle. Really try to draw their attention. Wish I had a few more shots, though. Okay, here they come. 73. Yeah, that's going to hit. I can feel it. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. There we go. 61. That's not going to hit, but that's okay. I think we are safe up here. So we'll just do a few shots on the body. 2 shots with this combat rifle is killing them off good. Kind of surprised. There the turret decides it wants to get involved. But just look at the amount of shots that we get off with this combat rifle. That's what we want. Got one more vicious mongrel over there. Unfortunately, no legendaries, but 75% shot versus when we can get 2 or 3 with our sniper rifle, and we can just click for days with this combat rifle. That's what we're going to want to be able to do going forward. I probably should have bought a little bit more of the 45 ammunition, but I also think that I had some stockpiled at Sanctuary that I know I loaded Codsworth up with gobs and gobs of stuff. He probably is carrying that too. I didn't need to grab all of that stuff, but we will grab the meat. We are going through that nice and quick. And we'll switch over to our suppressed pistol. The next area we go to is just a little... Oh, there's the UFO coming, zooming in. We are high enough level now at this point. Just got this little police station here that we can make our way to, infested with rad roaches. So again, this will be a decent location to where we can maybe find a legendary. We failed on our first attempt with the dogs. Maybe we'll get lucky with the rad roaches. One up there. being suppressed gun. Not going to hear us. Pulse grenade and Radway, sure. We are detected. Guessing. Oop, got a red roach coming in. 95% shot. In caution. Okay, we'll back off a little bit because they can move fast. Still in caution. Probably a glowing red roach left. Goes the wrong way. We do get him taken down. And, yeah. Four chances for a legendary. And, again, we just did not luck out. We are all of a sudden running into a little bit of bad luck for just being able to get legendaries. We've had those 2 legendary dogs, which have dropped 2 solid legendary armor pieces, although they are just of the old raider variety, which isn't exactly what you look for. But we do have all of this stuff we can take. So the name of the game here with very low adrenaline, safety. Do the dogs, we have Diamond City security we can deal with. Rad roaches are easy to deal with, all boosting up our lovely, lovely adrenaline. But next up, Boston Public Library. This is going to be overrun with super mutants, and you may say, super mutants, you've been avoiding those, and they are tanky and tough. And how could you possibly deal with them? Well, once inside, you have the lovely setup turrets and robots to help interact. So, just guaranteed speech check here, guessing the ID number of the mayor.
My ID number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Welcome, Mr. Mayor. Please enjoy your visit. Mind the mess. We are currently undergoing maintenance.
So this will make all the traps, not the traps, but make all the robots friendly to us once inside. Now I am going to switch over to my most powerful gun that I have. And there are just different things set up in here that, like tripwire. We could leave that and, you know, it would have this grenade bouquet drop once the super mutants come in. But I want the experience. So one thing that we can do to gain some experience is set up mines different locations. So they come in through the front door and they come in through the back door over here. And if there's going to be a location that needs a little help, it is going to be in this back part. So luckily for us, I did pick up a few different mines. So we have some lovely fragmentation mines now that we can use. And again, there's going to be these bouquets of grenades. I mean, honestly, free grenades for me. There's 3 and 3 and 1. There's another 7. So yeah, we will definitely do that. But we'll wrong button. We'll drop a mine there at the door, part way up here for when they're walking, and again right here. Just try to space them out far enough that they don't actually trigger once they get going. And if the super mutants get real aggressive and they start making their way up, we'll do some mines here. Do another mine right here. I don't want to get too close to the protectrons, just on the off shot that it damages one and they know it's me. And then they turn hostile. I don't want that. Now I will just drop a couple more right here in this doorway, and we are out of those regular ones. But I also did pick up some cryo mines. So we'll set one up at this door. We're doing our own trapping. Throw one kind of in the middle there, and we just have mines for days. If they come in this way, let's kill them there. If they decide to come in through this way and work their way around, let's go here. And we are also going to make sure we just switch back to those fragmentation grenades we got. Turn the light off. And as we make our way to the back, there should be a security breach. And we can just hide in a cower hole back here. Which, Curator Givens, I do declare that you probably should have put on some clothes.
Breach near rear entrance. Visitors and employees are advised to seek cover and remain calm.
And there we go. Super mutants coming in. Whoop.
Do not make any further escape attempts. Law breaker. Situation normal identified.
Alright, so I got 41 XP there, 28 there.
Law and order.
So it appears as though the mines did not take out
Unidentified intruder.
the super mutants. However,
Beginning search. Attention of citizens.
we did get enough damage at the beginning. 67%. I'll take one shot. Enough damage at the beginning that we are still getting the experience for them. Things are looking good. Pretty safe. Okay, 66%. We'll take 2 shots. There we go. Mostly got. We'll back off.
Security
They can
breach
deal
near
from there.
subway entrance. Visitors and employees are advised to seek
There,
cover
getting
and
more
remain calm.
damage off of the mines there. We got 3 good robots yet, plus the 2 turrets. If another super mutant wants to show their face coming through the main door, I will not be opposed. Just gaining that experience. Those turrets look depleted, but they're full health. Idiot Savant, that's good. Had a couple other Protectrons walking that way. I, unfortunately, again, did not see a legendary super mutant, which I don't necessarily want all that much in close quarters.
Engagement with multiple hostiles in progress. Please stand clear of the combat.
Okay, we are fully good. Let's not be quite so much of a coward. Make our way forward. Another 41 XP. So I'm still gaining experience. Those mines at least weakened these super mutants, and there are just tons coming in. A little thirsty, a little hungry. Okay, that Watcher and... oh, those are both full up. You'll love to see it. Got a frag mine there yet. Ooh. Went into caution. Are they in there? Did that one see me through the window? Had to have. Ooh, legendary. Okay. We'll take a look at this soon. Perfect. So that is a weapon. Unfortunately, it might not be a weapon that I can utilize all that much, but we will come back and take a look at it once things are settled down. Just super mutants everywhere. Oh, we got 3 Watchers yet, making their way downtown. We'll love it. So they are going to easily win with the assist to me with the mines. And are we...
Security breach neutralized. Visitors may now come and go as they please. All employees, please return to work.
Excellent. We got the all clear. All right. Now we can... really, this will be a good source of money. Be able to get the bottle caps plus fusion cells, anything else. From okay, so they did knock down a few of the Protectron Watchers, but there are lots of bodies down here. We'll definitely loot those up. Regular super mutant, just love it if one of these were a legendary as well. Fragmentation grenade, we'll take that. Perfect, perfect. Okay, what is else down here? Just... Alright, that guy got blown to smithereens. Ooh, I will take the skull. Might be able to utilize that later. Even more down here. Getting more meat. That is another added benefit of super mutants. They just carry around a lot of meat on them because they love to eat. They are big. They need that extra fuel. And yeah, we'll do a proper looting, but first I want to just look at these bodies. Unfortunately, lots of good loot, but where are the legendaries? Lots of mines. Alright, so all clear here. I don't think anybody made it into here. Nope, they wouldn't be going in there anyway. We already looted these bodies. And okay, now you were something legendary assassin. Lever action rifle. Take a quick look at that. So this uses, it's a solid legendary effect on a relatively okay-ish gun. However, it is a Nuka World gun, and that 4570 ammo is only found in Nuka World. To my knowledge, it doesn't ever spawn in the Commonwealth, so the only way to get ammo for that is to go to Nuka World and buy it all. And lever action is okay, underwhelming, I would say, but still not terrible. And assassin, a lot of enemies in Fallout 4 are human, and 50% more damage against them. That can do some serious damage. Unfortunately, though, the ammo type, again, is only found in Nuka World. So we absolutely are going to pick that up. But we're not going to be able to use it. So we're somewhat successful. We got at least a legendary out of it. Still have these bodies to look and loot. There's still a chance that we're going to find another one that got blown up and pushed further away. Wonder glue cigarette. Yes. And take more bones. So hopefully we find another legendary. A lot. I've seen up to 3 legendaries spawn in here as just a lot of super mutants get pushed out. But things are not looking good. Okay, I think that might be essentially all of them. That is disappointing. So we did get a legendary. That's good. We're not going to turn down a legendary. This one made it all the way up here. And he was the leader, must be. He had a clipboard, or, you know, he wanted to monitor to make sure the super mutants were doing a good job. Okay. Guess a couple more got blown up here. No. Nope. That's gonna be it. So that's... that could have been a little bit better. Oh well. It is what it is. We can take... more 45. Get the library storage room key, bobby pin box. And yeah, we can loot this place dry for what we want.
Yes.
Just Raider paraphernalia. Don't need that. And there are a lot of good things in here. In every container, you might get duct tape. You might get, you know, a Braxo. You could get the aluminum that we so desperately need. Or this Curator Givens has a combat knife, which, you know, why not? Not wearing actually any clothes, but does have a full set of leather armor. And with that library key, we can open up into the storage here, There is a bottle cap mine. Yes, we will take. Ooh, 24 more rounds of 45. So 45, I definitely did not need to pick up more ammo for it, as 45 is plentiful. Get that stealth boy. Salisbury steak, Instamash, good selling, more ammo. Don't need a combat shotgun. Don't see anything behind the door. And the steamer trunk. Well, get some jet. That pistol be okay to sell. There's some aluminum in the TV dinner tray. Definitely take that. But the library, no surprise, is home to the intelligence bobblehead. However, I'm not going to take it at this point, as currently we are rocking, was it intelligence 3? Yeah, we got intelligence 3 right now. I mean, intelligence 4 would open up hacker, which there can be some use for hacker. However, with running idiot savant rank 2, getting that 5x XP, if we start taking intelligence up, that will actually make idiot savant trigger less, which in theory will give us less overall experience, even though we gain just a fraction more experience on a everyday mode. So we will leave it here. We know exactly where it is. We can officially go and get it whenever we so choose, but at this point I'm not going to worry about it. Now I am gonna give a very quick loot of this place. If I happen to find anything overly exciting, I will let you know. Unfortunately, no other legendaries that just happen to slip through the cracks. Nothing like that detected. Random feral ghoul roamer. Maybe we want to take him out. Don't really have a shot at him. Is that his head poking out? Yes, it is. And the other one is under that truck. As long as I don't hit the truck, it won't go boom. So take 2 more ghouls down, a little bit more adrenaline. Once again, just keep building that up, and we can make our way back. We are loaded to the brim with stuff. Did end up getting over capacity ever so slightly. Just dropped, I think, like a tablespoon, and okay, just a guard again, and just one other little piece of junk that was weighed 1. No big deal. But now at this point, we can roll back through Diamond City, clear out some of that trash that we just picked up. We don't need, like 20 fragmentation grenades. We could sell those. We did pick up stim packs, antibiotics, and yeah, maybe Myrna will have some aluminum for us that we can just buy from her. Myrna's stock hadn't regenerated, but after buying some miscellaneous junk from her last time before going to Hangman's Alley, I was able to clean out the stim packs, antibiotics, that type of stuff that did pick up in the library. I am still holding on to my fragmentation grenades because you never know when you're going to need them. So versus selling them right now, I think we'll just throw them in a little container at Hangman's Alley and everything will be good there. Free up a little bit more weight. So that's going to be priority numero uno. Yeah, I am moving along. Cook up all that meat that the lovely super mutants had, and then just Codsworth. Codsworth. Sweet Codsworth is here. Okay, we can do some good work with him. Codsworth was carrying a ton of stuff. Not only was he carrying some lovely resources, but he was also carrying even more food, so we can officially plant a couple carrots, which we're going to need to get those going more, and we have more corn that we can put up. Maybe find a place back by the other one. Super hard to see. There we go. Can just squeeze in there. don't really need any more potatoes or mute fruit, but we do have more razor grain. So we have 3 growing now. I think if we just get a 4th one in there, that will be looking pretty good. Again, don't need the potatoes, so that'll be quite all right. But we will go ahead
Seems to
and
be growing well.
harvest all of this razor grain already since it's here.
Man, they built
And we're going to harvest the corn, mute fruit, all of that good stuff, because then we can just go around and plant the corn once again to get our official adhesive plant going. Just slap in, I guess the corn was at the beginning, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So we can get one more corn growing, maybe right out there. That looks good. So this is where things are going to get a little interesting. We technically can't grow any more food. I'm not sure if Codsworth can do farming, but is the food resource going to go up? Is it going to show that it's assigned? Shows that it's got people. Okay, this one doesn't. Few of these don't now. Okay, so we might have to get another human over here to do a little caretaking. No big deal. But since we are here, we can just go and hopefully officially do our combat rifle. Bring that up to powerful. Yes, there we go. So we're still not swimming in aluminum, but we can bring it up to powerful, which is what we want to do. Get that taken care of. Now we can go to a large magazine too and pop that on in there. You see we have 199 rounds, so we have plenty of ammunition for that. Everything's looking good. Now, this 10 millimeter goes from 29 if we had enough aluminum and screws. Yeah, that's only up to 34. I think it is pretty much time to retire this, other than it is relatively light. It can just one-shot the rad roaches yet. It's suppressed, so it won't draw attention. So we will still carry it around. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Now that we have more people in here too, I wouldn't mind just building just like another couple waters to generate a little bit of water as well. And if we have enough in the way of oil, which, oh yeah, we got plenty of oil right now. Just hopefully if we can slap a turret up there, yep, that'll be a good location for one if somebody happens to decide that they wanted to come in. Get them a little aerial shots for that, and we'll get one right down front in order to take care of anybody that happens to be walking by. And we got the resources. Let's really make things a little feisty and get 2 over there. We can just go ahead and cower if we so choose, if this place ever does come under attack.
Yeah.
We got now 22 on the old defense, so that's looking pretty good. But we did pick up all, and I mean all, that meat from the dogs, from the super mutants. Codsworth was even carrying some. So baked bloatfly, blood bug steak. I mean, we got soft shell. We got all the rad roaches that we took care of at the police station. We have the mutant hound that came in to the library, and of course all the dog meat in the world. Which, speaking of dog meat, next time I'm up by Red Rocket, I should really get dog meat to come on down here. He's just such a good boy. Be nice to have him roaming around. But there we go. Got stuff cooked up. We're sitting pretty good. We just drank. We just ate not that long ago. And after dealing with all of the... I was thinking, dealing with getting all the damage put onto those super mutants, that we would actually be at a higher rank than 10% adrenaline. But, oh, weakness has faded. That's good to know. So require more sleep and require more food. No big deal. We can just now, I guess,
What's going
monitor
on?
my inventory. one last time, and then it is time to press onward. Now that that's taken care of, we need to press on with our mission of finding a decent legendary weapon or armor. I am tempted to say I will not stop until one is found, but you know, this episode could end up being like 15 hours long then, and I'm not up for pulling an all-nighter for recording. As fun as that may be, I'm not really feeling it. Ooh, a little too careless going by. The boat kind of forgot that. They're not all dead. We've been up this way before, so things should be looking pretty decent. But we picked up a quest from Oberland Station as stuff is loading in the distance, where they want us to go take out College Square, which we can do that, but Night Reese, there is still a chance that he will give us that quest. And since there's a chance he's going to give us the quest, before we actually do that, we're going to need to clear out his quest. And the quest that he sent us for is none other than going back to the Super Duper Mart, which we passed a long time ago. But I think that should be relatively easy to clear out now that we have a little bit better gun. We have a faster firing gun. There's a chance of we could get swarmed, but all in all, I think we should be relatively safe to just make our way. Ooh. What almost detected me there? Super close to being detected. It has been a safe travel so far. Slow, but safe. Following the path that we've taken many times up past Corvega and Fragmentation Mine. So we are now coming into the front of where Tradecraft was, and we never actually cleared it out. So, yes, there are synths still inside. So, this is terrible, terrible cover. But we have a nice little sniping point right here. Can just climb up, which I think this is kind of the intended sniping spot for at the start of that quest. Just climb up here, and you're right across from where the synths actually are. Can take a peering in there. There he is. Oh, he's on the move. Where's he gonna stand? Back on the other side, I believe. Yes. Do a nice crotch shot. Another one coming in. 70%. We'll take a couple shots. We do get lucky. And back to hidden. I do think there are a couple turrets perhaps in there. It's going to be very hard to determine with the mines though. Don't see anything there. I think there's just... I actually think there were technically 3 synths, and I don't recall if I had picked one off earlier on. There are normally 2 turrets. Things seem relatively safe right now. Yeah, picking that up didn't actually move the brackets in the least. We just went through a lot of these fragmentation mines. So I'm definitely going to spend the time. Ooh. Could be ghouls that are somewhat close to detecting me. As long as it's not the rocket launcher guy that just has impressive scouting ability. That's a little bit closer to Corvega. Probably going to be a couple more mines left. We'll pick up this one over here. All right. So before we go into Super Duper Mart, I know before I had mentioned might not be the best idea to go in here, which, okay, I'm not going into the parking garage yet. I will go in after the Super Duper Mart as long as I don't get knackered too bad inside. Just make sure we don't have... Okay, got Feral Ghoul. Oh, I really wish I kept better track and better notes. Still got a machine gun turret up there. That's fine. Because I know I went and checked out the bank. Did I clear the raiders? I don't recall. Okay, right in front of us is a nice protector. We could turn him on, but that could draw a lot of attention to us. I think we are definitely going to want as much AP as possible. So we'll just eat some of that rad roach. Properly fed. And I want to be fully hydrated as well. Properly hydrated. Okay. That AP bar is looking a lot better. We do have a sniper weapon. We do have a silenced weapon. So we are going to be as stealth as possible from what we can be. Just, okay, there's one there. Take him out nice and easy, nice and quick. Down he goes. Okay, that draws a little attention to that roamer. We'll take one shot. I think it's obstructed, but no, we did luck out. Another one coming. That is a definitely obstructed shot. Doesn't see me. Going the wrong way. 95% shot in the back. Missed one. Okay, back off because something's obstructed. There's a better shot. Take him down. And back to hidden. Okay, 3 down. Many, many more to go. That is the benefit of the silenced weapon. Get the spooky music playing. The silenced weapon. They do not hear near as quickly. And all the Nuka Cola in the world, we can start making more wonderful, wonderful Nuka free. Okay. So next, I think I want to go. There's going to be. Okay, ghoul down there. Is it? Don't have a good line of sight. I'm almost tempted to try to go hack the terminal in there and get that Protectron going, but he makes so much noise. Okay, I think I have a decent shot there. Okay, he goes down. Super close to the next level up as well. Do we have a line of sight on anyone else? Not at the moment. Okay. Just reload. Just take it slow. The front is where things are a little bit easier. They're in more set locations. In the back, they actually start patrolling just a little bit and will crawl out of windows. Could have swore there were a couple more. Maybe it's going to be you behind. Oh, come on. You're behind, right? Okay. He's getting up. One's crawling over. Roamer, 72%, 77, and climbing. I think we're going to be good there. That is enough for a level up and back to hidden. Okay. Another 6 health points added. That's the thing. Ghouls, very limited armor to no armor. But they just are freaky. They crawl out of spots, crawl out of windows. I just, I don't like ghouls. But yet, I love ghouls because there's a decent chance of getting a legendary. And while we are here, may as well pick up Tales of a Junktown Jerky vendor. Gain better prices when buying from a vendor. Yes. Okay, can get one just through this little window here. And no one spawns out of a, like that bathroom window. The main ghoul is just technically what Reese considers the boss, just through over there. Don't have a line of sight on any of them. But okay, let's go back more familiar route. Let's not just jump to the middle area of where we can get ghouls coming on both sides of us. Let's start back more at the front. Take a gold watch. Double check, make sure nothing's here. Nope. Things are looking good. Got an employees only that we can go through, and of course the open door. I think we're gonna start with the employees only area. Okay, come in here. Gonna be a ghoul. What corner is he around? Okay, so there's the entryway that we would take. Okay, feral ghoul decided. Oh, we got a bunch out here now. Okay, take him out. Down he goes. Okay, sneak attack. Another one. Ooh, there's a legendary. Okay, crit. Don't take chances with the legendary. Back to hidden. Though that does eliminate. Ooh, caution. Okay, yep, back off. Coming out. Okay, he's gonna go behind the post. 89. We'll try one. Okay, missed. No big deal. There we go. Line him up. Down he goes. Another one coming out. He sees us. Kind of. Take him down like shooting fish in a barrel. Exit out of vats. Another one coming. Roamer this time. Down he goes. So we haven't needed to switch over to our combat rifle yet. Okay. Another good chunk went down. And where is the legendary? Steadfast 10mm. So there's a legendary weapon that technically could be used, but it's on a 10mm, and we aren't going pistols. Now, if this was like a instigating 10mm or like a bleeding 10mm, I would very much consider starting to swap over and go back over to gunslinger instead of the rifleman. But steadfast, 50% or plus 50 damage resistance while aiming, unspectacular. Again, as always, take it to sell. And ooh, military grade duct tape. Another ghoul. Ooh, two ghouls. Two ghouls. Ooh, unlikely that I'll be able to get that one. So take the front one. Back off of vats. Down they go. Okay. We're just picking them off as they come. Just take it. This is why you take things slow. You don't rush. They don't come up sneaking behind you. You can just keep working your way through. Just be very diligent on what you are doing. We're obviously not out of the woods yet. We still have the not named character, but the primary one to take care of. Okay, we're going to go this way. I really want to switch over to my other gun but I know that's dumb because it's loud. Okay. Coming through. Ooh, another legendary. Try a headshot. Maybe we'll get lucky. No. Okay. Right arm. Maybe get a sneak. Yes, got the sneak. Another one come out. Have enough for one shot. If we miss. Okay, I was going to say if we miss, we must go to the combat rifle. Okay, so another chance. Another chance at a legendary. So we are being successful with legendaries now. Okay, are you him? Oh, no, but more military grade duct tape. Ha! Go figure. Penetrating, not the worst one in the world. Ignoring 30% of target's damage and energy resistance. In the lower levels, penetrating can be quite effective. But on Knuckles, a very weak melee weapon at that. So, again, that is a weapon. So Fallout 4 is at least trending in the right direction where we want it to go. One more through up here, right? Just a roamer. Shoot his... Yeah, leg, arm, leg. Okay, down he goes. Okay. Just a single bottle cap. But yeah, just the ghouls doing their little spawn. Very terrifying. But if you know where they're at, and you expect them just a little bit, it takes them a while to actually get up and go. Okay, so we do have oil on the ground. Of course, I missed. Got detected there slightly. Okay. Let's try the old 10mm. There we go. Let that burn off. Maybe it will throw somebody awake. I doubt it, though. But don't want to potentially get burned from that. And it did. It did wake up a ghoul. Not a chance we're going to hit him. He's going running down. Hope he comes back up so I can get him. Are you going to come up? Fusion core, sure, we'll take you. There he goes. Okay. Missed. Terrible shot. He knows where I'm at. Okay. He didn't alert anybody. And seeing all these withered and reavers is scary. But this is a low-level area. I didn't need that dinner fork. We should be okay. Okay, this just goes outside, right? Yes. I think that's to the parking garage. I think. Don't want to go there yet. Okay, just keep on going. Okay, I want to come in from the other way, get a straighter line of sight, so I don't have to sneak around corners. We can loot properly in a little while. Okay, and we're looking at having to shoot a stalker. No big deal. Okay, down he goes. That was the one Reese wanted, correct? Yes. Okay, so we have officially, according to Night Reese, cleared more military-grade duct tape. This place has been a gold mine. Technically, we are completed according to Night Reese, but we aren't done yet. There's still more to go. You... Tight corners. Psycho Radex. Wooden crate and more to burn off.
Got it.
That opened really, really easy. We'll take all of that. Yeah, get super close to being detected. There, that got him activated. Yeah, he was just around the corner. Shoot him. Idiot savant. Excellent. Still not done. Brackets are still shuffling, which means there are more ghouls yet to take care of. Ooh, and caution. Okay, where are you at? Where are you at? Caution. Just back off. Okay, back off. Back to hidden. So he was briefly aware of me. Somebody was. It wouldn't hurt to get muffled on. I hear the ghoul. Oh! You burned your legs off. Okay. That would have been a prime opportunity to use the 10mm pistol again. That ghoul was unable to get me. Oh, caution. From where? Where's the caution from? Back to hidden again. Another dead reaver. Take some stuff. Hunting rifle. Leaded. Ooh, that's some... Didn't need that combination wrench. Oh, hello! Okay, down you go. Another one yet. Down he goes. And still not done. So many ghouls in here. Dotted all around. We do have, of course, all of this stuff that we're able to loot up. There's more stuff in here yet that we can take care of. But maybe I don't want to press my luck anymore. Although, we are wanting legendaries. And they're dropping gold-plated flip lighters. They're dropping military-grade duct tape. There's another door we can open. Okay, this is the room that we were in before. So I think, like I had said, they start crawling through the window. Okay, just a roamer. Got a decent shot at the arm. Take that shot. Might not even make it all the way in. And he does not. One more yet, right? Right? Are you crawling through a window? Or am I okay now? Brackets are looking pretty safe. All right, that's it. We did it. They are all taken care of. So, just get the bottle caps, militia hat. Sure, we already have the Minuteman outfit. I think we've gotten pretty much everything in here that we could need. Don't have to worry about any more ghouls. So our main point was coming in looking for legendaries. And that is not done. Check these cash registers. Okay, they are all running empty. We can go back, talk to Knight Reese. A couple bottle caps, not nothing. A fan, we'll take that. But yeah, we could unlock the terminal to... I don't think that unlocks the safe, but just on the off chance that it does. Well, it did control the safe. So, what do we got in here? More ammunition to sell. Plasma cartridge, and a good chunk of pre-war money. Not too shabby of a safe. Definitely take that. We'll take the cigarettes too. That is good cloth. And if I ever want to come back for like a Braxo, sugar bombs, anything of that variety, this would be a good place to kind of remember that we didn't officially loot it all the way, where there's can be a decent amount of loot left. Stepping outside, it is dark. That is what we want. Nobody should be able to see us as we then make our way to the parking garage. I was gonna say make our way back to Night Reese, but I did say we were going in the parking garage once we cleared Super Duper Mart, as long as everything went well. So there are a good number of ghouls in here. Once again, we're going to want to be properly hydrated before going in. This is going to be a bit of a risk, but I think if we stay up here, by the time they loop around, we can just chuck a bunch of grenades down and things will be all right. So got our grenades set. We have the oil down there, which not sure why that didn't explode. Maybe the 10mm will work a little bit better. There we go. Got the nice explosion there. Okay, still hidden. All right. I know there are a lot of ghouls down below. I guess that was technically a silenced weapon. So they're going to be a lot more hesitant to come up, even just with that explosion happening. Avoid the car. Don't have to worry about that getting set off. Okay, so we got a roamer there. We do have a crit. What are you? You're just a basic. You're a roamer. Roamer goes down. Feral ghoul. Feral ghoul. 2 shots. Okay, that one missed. Back off. Just back off. Just back off. He's going to have to run around the car. Reload while I'm doing that so I have enough shots. Our AP is back. So we took 2 out. They were close to detecting me, but not all the way. Okay, there's a stalker. Oh, missed. Got him. Okay. AP is coming back. We were able to do a sneak attack. Who's coming around? A roamer this time. Yeah, we'll do 2 shots again just in case. Okay, that roamer goes down. 1 or 2 left, I believe, is all that there is. I'm still nervous. Now, I was hoping that there would be a lovely, lovely legendary in here. That was kind of the whole point of coming in here. The caution is fading. They don't seem to be working their way up to me right now. However many it is. So let's go a little bit investigative. Probably not the best time to reload, but we did it. New toy car. You must have been doing some shopping. Minuteman down here. Alright, just a basic. Take him out and... Okay, still in caution. And another basic. Unfortunate. That looks like that's probably it, according to the VATS cam. Yep. Yep, so with a little hit of that, that takes it out. And the early story, too, of when you start talking Preston Garvey, oh, there was, 20 of us, now then there was 9, and now there's 5. Which there is evidence of that dotted around. You found a few on the outside of Concord. I mean, you have a Minuteman dead inside here. You have a couple dead inside the Super Duper Mart where they just got overrun by ferals and they couldn't do anything on it. So kind of was what it was for them. Alright, got another Nuka-Cola in here. And, okay, a couple more throwables. I'm not going to say no to those. And anything for anybody here? Ammo. More ammo and money. Glowing fungus. Even more money. At least I'm getting a lot of glue adhesive out of this. Good amount of money. Good amount of just caps and ammunition and all the like. Nice settler down here. And what do you got in your first aid box? Just some generic loot and some generic 10mm. I think that clears this place all in all. Empty coolant. Ooh, Vault-Tec lunchbox. How do you do? With a noodle cup, no less, inside. You love to see it. Now we can just work on making our way back out of here, and we'll take a coolant just because. But before we make our way out of here, we did officially get a level up. So the next thing I want to do, level 21, take another rank of luck. Keep getting those crits building up a little bit faster, but more than anything, I want to be able to utilize this critical banker. The crits come in handy, so handy, to be able to get a guaranteed hit, and not to mention doing a lot more damage. So we're definitely going to be wanting to start taking some critical banker, and we're going to have to start investing in better criticals. Not to mention ninja, adamantium skeleton, you know, chem resistant. There are a lot of perks that we need to do yet. But this episode is actually getting a little long in the tooth. So I think our little ghoul excursion, legendary excursion, is going to have to hit a pause for the time being. Unfortunately, we didn't get any usable legendary armor or weapons to get into our rotation, so we were going to have to continue to try to make progress in there. But I think that was a good amount of experience. We are sitting pretty good. We can turn in another quest tonight, Reese, next time. So, as always, thanks for watching, and thanks for joining. And until next time, powering off.